All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Joran Bloemen. I'm the product education manager here at Folion. You might know me from the help center. And I know that whenever you have a question, that your first reflex is to go to the help center to see if you can find the answer. But I am not an ABA. Not yet. Not yet, though. Yeah, exactly. Good. So today, Dan, he spoke a bit about the history of Folion and until the day now. Then Richard has talked about the future of Folion or what is coming ahead in the content landscape. But right now, I'm going to talk a bit more out because of the now and what's happening right now. And I'm introducing the breakout session that we will have later with a bit more of a practical approach. So broadening your content horizon with new use cases. So you might or might not have heard today already that Folion has turned 10. So maybe a round of applause for that. Nice. So we couldn't have done it without you, and that's why also we decided to create this logo with a lot of the content that our customers have actually created. And maybe even you can recognize your own content in there. So an extra applause for you maybe for that. Come on. But a lot of our customers, they start out with Folion. For example, they create an annual report or a white paper, but then they don't really know what to create next, and that's a common struggle that we hear. There's actually so many things that you can create with Folion, but we do notice that a lot of our customers, they kind of get stuck after that first content type or that first use case that they actually bought Folion for. And that's why today we're having the breakout session just centered around making sure to explore those new use cases. And we want to inspire you with new use cases and new content types. So, first off, a bit theoretical, a bit of a lesson here. What is the difference between a use case and a content type? Well, a use case is what you can use Folion for to achieve your company goals. So that is brand marketing or sales enablement or recruitment. Versus a content type is what you actually create to achieve the goal of your use cases. A white paper, a digital magazine, a job description. All those Folion docs are different Folion docs you can create to support the use case that your business has bought Folion for. And obviously, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to reinvent all the different things that you could do Folion. We want to make sure that we provide you with all the tools that we have to make sure that you don't need to reinvent the wheel. So one use case tool called the Content Compass. Is there anyone here in the room has already seen the Content Compass or worked with it? Yes. Very excited to see at least one excited reaction because I created this Folion doc. So I'm quite proud of it, but I hope that today I can also promote it a little bit more. Well, what is it? It's a Folion doc that helps you navigate our 11 use cases to broaden your content horizon. So here you see the 4 main departments that you can use Folion for, which for us is human resources, marketing, sales, and corporate comms. You at the moment might only be using Folion for marketing, but actually there's a lot of different departments, and then the outer shell, a lot of different use cases you can use Folion for. So let's have a look at how this Folion doc looks. So yes, this is a Folion doc. It looks a bit like a quiz. I don't know if you've ever seen Kahoot, but it's definitely not inspired by Kahoot. I want to make that very clear. Our legal department would hate me otherwise. But let's say you say, I want to use Folion for sales. Well, what is your goal? Let's say you want to convince potential customers. You click there. Your sales use case is buyer enablement. You start reading, well, what's the goal? What's your challenge in your organization? What kind of content can you create to support your buyer enablement activities? Then there's 3 customer examples you can have a look at specifically for that use case, and then it's up to you. So you can create proposals, pitch decks, sales hub case studies, all of these content types that are specifically supporting this use case. Let's go back to the presentation. Now it's up to you. Now it's your turn, because in the breakout sessions, you can actually start brainstorming and learning from each other of what you could be creating with Folion. A few practical things. So we're going to have different breakout sessions that will last 45 minutes. and you'll be able to discuss 3 departments. Because most of you probably already use Folium for marketing, we decided to focus on using Folium for sales, corporate comms, and human resources. So on the table of the room that you'll be going to, so there will be one here in the room, one in our Folium office kitchen, and one in our New York office room. There will be prompts on the table, and there will also be a facilitator that will help guide the session. So may I ask you for Bjorn, there we go, Bjorn, Marta and Dory to raise their hands. Our beautiful facilitators over there, and they'll help you kind of facilitate the conversation. So the goal is to learn from each other. Maybe one more recommendation that I would give. Hopefully you already know your colleague that you came with here already well enough. So I would recommend maybe to split up for the breakout sessions, just so you can make sure that you learn the most from people that are not working directly with you. So yeah, that's it. There's absolutely no wrong input in the breakout session. We want you to get inspired by other use cases, content types, and yeah, especially get to know those other content professionals, because there's a lot of knowledge in this room. So there is 10 spots per breakout room. So yeah, you can follow one of my colleagues here and they will guide you to the right room. 8 spots. Okay, very scarce, so only 8 spots. Yeah. That was it, and enjoy the breakout session.